स्टूडेंट्स टुडे विल डिस्कस अबाउट कैरेक्टर ऑफ ओल्ड मेजर। ओल्ड मेजर जो कि एनिमल फार्म में एक कैरेक्टर है जो एनिमल फार्म का मालिक होता है, ओके, यानी ओल्ड पिग होता है। ओल्ड मेजर इज द वाइजेस्ट ओल्ड पिग ऑफ द मैनर फार्म। ही कॉल्स ऑल एनिमल्स टू अ सीक्रेट मीटिंग and gives an inspiring speech. He tells the animals about his dream of revolution and teaches them a revolutionary song, Beasts of England. He also provides them a political philosophy which consists of equality and collective leadership. He talks like Karl Marx and Lenin that tyranny, slavery, and misery are bound to be followed by revolt. The old major in the novel Animal Farm is presented as a combination of Marx and Lenin. He is a strong supporter of the working class. He dies after 3 days of meeting of animals. After his death, Napoleon and Snowball are regarded as the true followers of his ideology of animalism. The events and characters in Animal Farm represent the early history of Russia. Major, the oldest war in the Manor Farm, represent Karl Marx and Lenin, who inspired the people to overthrow the old Soviet regime under Nicholas II. Snowball, the White War at the Manor Farm, bears a parallel to Leon Turkey. Napoleon, another White War, forms a parallel to Stalin, who set up dictatorship by usurping power through tactics. Squealer, a small fat poker, serves as Napoleon, public speaker. He represents all the propaganda that Stalin had used to justify his own heinous actions. Mr. Jones represents Nicholas II of Russia. Frederick represents Hitler and his Nazi party, while Pilkington represents the Western powers such as Britain and the USA. Moses the Raven represents the Church of Russia, dogs and animals, who give protection to Napoleon from a parallel to Red Army and NKVD. Animal Farm is Orwell's powerful satire on the fate of revolution in general and the Russian novel Revolution in particular. It is a witty story in the form of animal fable, but clearly expresses how good intentions, self-sacrifice, and idealism can be deceived by greed and thirst for power. The book is rightly regarded as one of the best satires of the English language. The animals of the Manor Farm rise against the tyranny of the human character, Mr. Jones. They are united under the leadership of 2 young wards, Napoleon and Snowball, and throw Mr. Jones and his men out of the farm. They change the name of the Manor Farm and call it Animal Farm. The principles of animalism are reduced to 7 commandments, which are printed on the terraced wall of the farmhouse. Most of the animals and birds of the farm are illiterate, so Snowball cuts the commandments short to only 1 commandment. Whatever goes on 2 legs is an enemy, whatever goes on 4 legs is a friend. All animals are equal, and whatever goes on 2 legs is an enemy become the guiding principles of animalism. Napoleon's tactics and opportunism makes him the absolute ruler of the animal farm. With the help of Squealer and his ferocious dogs, he forces Snowball to leave the farm. After his banishment, he becomes a dictator and starts a reign of terror and cruelty. He violates the principles of animalism by modifying them according to his needs. He himself starts acting like Mr. Jones and keeps himself at a distance from other animals. He gives special facilities to the pigs. Milk, apples, barley, and oats are reserved for the pigs because they have to do the brain work. The pigs are also allowed to drink alcohol and sleep in the beds. Thus, very soon, the basic ideal of animalism, then that all animals are equal, is shattered. The first commandment to which change states, no animal shall sleep in a bed when the pigs enter the house. They do so with sheets. The second rule is no animal shall kill any other animal. But after Napoleon has held the trial and executed the animals without cause is added to the commandment. The next rule in that no animal shall drink alcohol, but since the pigs drink wine daily, the word to excess is added. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad is changed into 4 legs good and 2 legs better. Because the pigs start walking on their hind legs, the most ironic change is made in the last chapter, stating all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Thus, almost all the commandments are violated both in word and spirit to serve the selfish motives of Napoleon. The wheel has turned full circle on the animal farm. Its name has been changed into Manor Farm from Animal Farm. Its name, the faces of pigs appear like those of human beings. There is no difference between the pigs and the man. The principles of animalism are thrown into the wind. Animalism is started with noble aims, but lust for power and greed turns it into utter failure. The animals of the Manor Farm want freedom from the tyranny of their human master. Mr. Jones, they rise in revolt when one day Mr. Jones forgets to feed them on account of being heavily drunk. Unable to tolerate hunger, they break the door of the store shed and capture the store. Mr. Jones comes with his men, but they drive out from the farm. The Manor Farm, which is controlled and managed by Mr. Jones, is taken away by the animals. It is named Animal Farm. The animals appointed Napoleon and Snowball as their two great leaders. Their ideology of animalism is presented through 7 commandments, which are painted on the tiled wall of the farmhouse. The gist of these commandments is that no animal should kill any other animal or enjoy special facilities because all animals are equal. This, in fact, is the last but the most important principle of their ideology. Unfortunately, animals' theme of equality is soon shattered because of Napoleon's greed and cruelty. He practices tyranny against animals with the support of pig community. He gives some special rights to pigs. They are given milk and apples and are allowed to sleep in beds. Schuyler, the chief flatterer and propaganda agent of Napoleon, modifies the 7 commandments to suit Napoleon's purpose. With Napoleon's fierce dogs, he gives a threat of life to those animals who dare to oppose their leader. Class differences between the pigs and other animals are clearly noticed when pigs are projected as the privileged class with brain. Apple, barley, eggs, and oats are supplied to the pigs under the pretext of their need of the nourishment. The pigs are especially permitted to drink wine and sleep in beds. Napoleon deliberately created a gap between the pigs and other animals. Snowball, the real author of animalism, is expelled by Napoleon. He has completely changed into an inaccessible and fearful personality. He is considered to be the chief fountain of happiness. All other animals, excluding pigs and dogs, work very hard for the progress of the farm, but they are not given enough food. Napoleon starts acting as an absolute dictator whose eyes are ever fixed on his own profit. The farm is divided into two distinct classes, the privileged class of pigs and dogs and the exploited class of ordinary hardworking animals. All the 7 commandments, which are based on the principles of all animals are equal, are changed into a single commandment. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Through the story of the fate of animals, Orwell has clearly shown that corrupt leaders forget the very ideals of revolutions when they attain power. They can do anything to attain more and more power and make it safe for themselves. It is rightly said that Orwell's Animal Farm is more about men than animals. The novel is, in fact, political allegory in which the writer has presented the political situation of Russia after the Great Revolution of 1917. Apparently, it is an entertaining fable in which animals and birds speak and behave like human beings. But a close study of the novel clearly shows that it is a bitter satire on the communistic regime of Russia. Animals and birds in his novel represent many real characters who dominated the political scene of Russia after the Great Revolution. The head-pig Napoleon represents Joseph Stalin, who set up dictatorship in Russia while usurping power. Like any dictator, he used false propaganda and threats to become the supreme ruler of the state. Old Major, the oldest boar, who inspired the farm animals for a rebellion, represents both Karl Marx and Lenin. Snowball, the second most important pig, may be like to Leon Trotsky, whom Stalin treated with contempt. Squirrel, a small pig, represents the propagandist who always justified Stalin's cruel actions. Dog represents the secret police of Russia during Stalin regime. Boxer, the faithful horse and his companion Clover stand for the working classes who are always exploited by the system. The sheep stand for common masses who seldom use the mental power and follow whatever their leader says.